The great leader is becoming the great unifier. Never has a president so quickly brought so many people together. Here in the former land of the free, people who agree on nothing else agree that a lazy, demented, vengeful, violent, felonious, rageaholic old man isn't the perfect choice to run the most powerful country in the world. Although, in fairness, with the great leader at the wheel, the USA is hurtling toward mediocrity and economic ruin and won't have to worry about leading the world in anything other than obesity, corruption, torture, rehab, bankruptcy, pickleball, and assisted suicide. Now that the great leader is screeching like an outraged howler monkey to keep the Epstein files under wraps, Republicans in Congress are faced with a serious soul searching, a heavy lift for a gaggle of quaking ciphers with no soul. Should they join the great leader's big, beautiful cover-up and protect child rapists, or demand accountability for heinous sex crimes? For human beings with even a suggestion of a conscience, this would be a no-brainer, and no-brainers are comfort food for the Republican stooges. But since the great leader is acting like a guy who plays first string on Team Pedophile, they're as conflicted as the great leader. If he releases what's really in those files, he faces open revolt from his MAGA cultists, who, unlike Republican congressional toadies, have taken a firm stand against guys who rape children. But if he doesn't release the files, it will be worse. What a conundrum. The great leader has created a ravenous MAGA monster which is coming after him with wild yellow eyes and razor-sharp fangs to mash him into a bloody pulp and eat him alive with a side of Bondi. With the great leader's house of lies bursting into flames and FEMA nowhere in sight, the great leader is trying to change the narrative, railing against Rosie O'Donnell and reformulating Diet Coke, sounding like a craven, worthless, worn-out carnival barker who hasn't been told the carnival's leaving town without him and no one will miss him. It turns out the great leader's unifying strategy is kicking in all over the world. Countries which had no use for each other are joining together as they realize the great leader's tariffs are nothing more than the befuddled ravings of the crazy old geezer at the end of the bar who's about to take off his pants and go play in traffic. Our allies are allied against us, and our enemies are laughing all the way to world domination. And we are out in the streets. There were 1,600 protests all over the country on July 17th. If you're inclined to watch and wait and see how this thing plays out, it's time to get real and get involved. We and we alone will send this desperate, fading fearmonger packing, and it's going to take every one of us.